Hello, it's day 3, and it was a pretty quiet day. I think for me, a couple of things to talk about um, and think about and reflect on. Uh, Last night I had a session with my coach. It was a really good session. I was pretty fired up. My energy level was pretty high, and my coach was pretty enthusiastic for me. And it's really, I'm starting to see the coaching dynamic from both sides. I'm working on becoming a coach, but I think this is something maybe I wish I'd done a long time ago. Uh, I tend to be a person who analyzes things and thinks things through, and my family will tell you I think things through too much sometimes. Um, but I think uh, having someone who's in my corner has kind of just accepted me at face value based on the sessions that we've had, is invested in helping me move forward through things. I'm sure right now I've got some momentum. I would imagine it's realistic to expect that there'll be a time when I lose some momentum and I need some encouragement. Um, but I do know that, and I told my coach last night, I think having a weekly session set up is actually helping me stay focused on reaching an objective, because I want to be able to tell my coach that I achieved that objective. Um, you know, I probably have one of the more supportive spouses that I could have, and she's been very patient over the years, and I think I've been patient with her in different things that we've each gone through as individuals. Um, but I think you get to a point where the support of your spouse is definitely critical, and I wouldn't be doing any of this if I didn't have that. But having a coach, someone who's objective, someone who is looking for certain things and trying to understand and maybe help me work through barriers at times, or give me some independent thoughts. I think that's going to be something that's going to be valuable for me. And I also think that if I flip it around, I've been coaching one of my peers, and that's been very enlightening for me. I don't want to get much more detail than that because of confidentiality reasons. I'll just say that it's been enlightening to me, and I've enjoyed it. Um, and it definitely is something I think is going to become a part of who I am. I think setting some goals and working through some things. But what I really just enjoyed last night was, when we talked about it, my coach and I got lit up with really positive energy and really feeling enthusiastic about what's coming up, and welcoming and embracing the challenge that's coming up. Um, and then also, searching on some emails that I hadn't caught up on over the holidays. I came across the one that is the information regarding my interview next week for a potential new job. Again, I'm trying to keep this as anonymous or confidential as possible. I mean, I am who I am. The name of the channel is um, Directionally Correct Living. This isn't about who I am and me and advertising. This is about me recording my thoughts and getting them out there. But I went through that, and that was really interesting to see the paperwork that I had to fill out, and in it there were some references, and I know that I've got a couple of former supervisors. I have several people that were former supervisors in my life that I know I could put down as references and would get good results. And so that was a good feeling, and it was good to know that it's my current boss knows that I'm pursuing new opportunities, and I've resigned my position, and so it's somewhat freeing to be able to go to that interview knowing that the decision to leave my current employer has already been made, and that I have other options and I have other opportunities. And so I think I'm looking forward to next week going into that interview with a bit of peace of mind and just be myself, um, be true to myself, and see where that opportunity takes me. It's not like everything's hanging in the balance. It's not like it has to happen. Um, my wife, actually, going back to the support of a spouse. We had a conversation about 2 months ago, and we had discussed the idea that, as we go on this journey, and she's on her own journey with some things, and we are as a couple going on a journey on some other things. What was meant to happen is going to happen fairly easily. It's not going to require us to force it. And I used to be a person who had to control everything, and in some instances actually forced things, probably to my detriment in different circumstances. So I'm excited about just, embracing things that come up in the next week, and letting things kind of play out. So that brings me to the 6-minute mark. And again, I'm over my 5 minutes, but thank you for your time and for listening to me. And we'll talk again tomorrow.